Here, we arrived at night, so we had no idea, and I was, my wife and I, we didn't do any research. We just decided it's an adventure, and we're going to come to this place. Also, I mean, first, I've spent time in Italy and in different places in Italy, and it's always wonderful for me. I love it. It's one of my favorite places to be. So, but I didn't want to know. I did not want to know about this region. I didn't know. I'd never been here. I don't want to know. And so we arrived in the middle of the night, and we with our bags and all that stuff. And then jet lagged from coming from California to London to do some work, and then coming here. And then the sun comes up, and we saw this beautiful place. I mean, it's hard to describe. It's incredibly beautiful. It's tough in places. It's urban and also rural, and so you have the sea and the countryside and the mountains, and it's magnificent. We spent our time eating incredible food and drinking rather lovely wine and having a very, very, very nice time. Thank you very much. I would never, as a child growing up, I would never have known or even thought of something like that. But well, I like that it's in support of new filmmakers, and I think that is incredibly important. And I think that Italy needs to support its filmmakers, and I think it needs to finance young filmmakers. It needs to go into colleges. It needs to go into schools. It needs to encourage people to make film, and so in a similar sense that they have in Mexico, for example, and now a new wave. There's a new wave of filmmakers, and I think Italy, it's time. It's time for the Italian government or whoever it is to get behind brand new people, and inspire a whole new group of cinematographers, actors, and directors. It's time for a new movement, and I think that's what this festival does. I think that its intention is to start that kind of movement, So fingers crossed. I hope that will work. Yes. The thing to remember about Reservoir Dogs, and the thing to remember about that time, is that was his first film. Yeah. He had never made a film before. He was a working class guy who very seriously had some talent. He'd written 2 scripts, well, 3 in all, 2 scripts. He'd sold True Romance, and he'd sold Natural Born Killers, trying to raise the money to direct himself. An extraordinary thing in itself. I don't think he's seen, I mean, I can't be sure, but I don't think he's actually seen either of the films. Maybe True Romance, but I don't think he's seen Natural Born Killers, because it went away for him. He would have made it, I'm sure, if he could have at the time. He had no money. He would have made True Romance. He did make Reservoir Dogs, and when I met him, he had, I think, $30,000, and he was ready. And his producer said, "Give me some time," but I think he was sick of hearing that. But he went with it, and they got him some more money through Harvey Keitel as well, and all that. And we all got to make this film, but it was brand new, first-time filmmaker, worked in a video store, real tough guy. And when I met him, I had 10 years, 15 years of experience. And he watches movies. I mean, he's a movie crazy person. And he'd see me in some stuff and was interested in me being in his film. But I was scared of auditioning, of the audition process. I was not very good at it. But in the end, he got me drunk. And we both of us had a few beers and we did it, and I got the job. It was for me, it was one of the most extraordinary experiences because it was such a great script, and he trusted me with his script. I think I'm in it for about 5 seconds. It's very quick. It's very quick. It's like, I'm here. Yeah, I mean, they're completely different animals, you know. Werner, when I was becoming an actor, or trying to become an actor, was one of the people that my group, of friends, we would go to the cinema and watch all his movies. You know, Wojciech a lot, actually. Enigma of Caspar Hauser. Fitzcarraldo, Nosferatu, many of his films. Extraordinary filmmaker. And then he just said, "Will you do this film?" And I said, "Yeah." And he came to my house, and he's very strange, and he scared my children. He's kind of has a wild energy. And he talked to me about this character, this real person, and would I be interested in playing him? Which of course I would, because I wanted to work with Werner. And it was peculiar and interesting and strange working with him. I enjoyed the eccentricity of it. He's an incredibly solid, robust filmmaker. I enjoyed it. We were going to go on and do another film, the one in Vietnam, but he needed to have big movie stars, I think, to be in that, which was fine with me. That's okay. But I wanted to work with him again. I would love to work with him again. And then Tornatore, I was filming a little film in Carolina, in America. Small film. My wife had just had a baby. We didn't know what was going to happen, and he came and said, "Will you play the pianist?" I think he gave me the book first, a translation of the book, of the novella, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful story. And then I didn't know how it was possible to make that, and I don't play the piano at all, nothing. And I said yes, because you should, because it's magnificent. It's like an old movie. To me, it's like an old movie. I love that. It's incredible. And so then you have to do it. If you say yes, you have to do it. And you struggle, and it's a fight, and you try and learn these pieces, and it's impossible. But people love the film. The music is exceptional. The cinematography is beautiful, and we were all in the middle of it. In an old movie, I felt like I was in a movie from the 40s, gorgeous, or 50s, like gorgeous, beautiful thing. And we just hope you guys like it. You are a student and you are listening to this. Give me a job. Very important. The idea of every festival is to find work, and the best people to find work from are the new people, the new filmmakers, and that's what this film festival is about. So get out there, get ready, and then hire me. I'll be happy to come work for you.